Hey everybody, it's November 11th, 2024, and we are pushing to get everything packaged and shipped out to all the fans, and I thought I'd just do a shout out for all the people who are getting the boxes sent to them tomorrow. But first we're going to start a new segment here I call Additions and Corrections. That's right, I have something to add and something to correct. Well, let's start with a correction. Okay, the other day, wait, my music. So, the other day, I did a little episode here for you announcing about Dan and his love story with his partner Mindy and their daughter Mazzy. And I told the story kind of okay, but I went and found the email that Dan wrote me. And I thought it was just so much better said that I thought I'd just read you the email that Dan wrote me about his love story and the Rock-afire explosion's involvement. So Dan writes, my son Rilo is 16 and still very much a fan of yours and the Rock-afire explosion. Almost as big a fan as my 2-year-old daughter Mazzy. And y'all remember Mazzy is the little 2-year-old girl who danced with Billy Bob in the collection that Dan has at his home. And I'm going to play that again for you right now. It's something you should remember. Here we go. All right, that's Mazzy dancing with Billy Bob. And Dan's home. So let's see, Mazzy, we hope to see a lot more out of you in the future. My whole family is a Rock-afire family. It's part of our everyday life and is also a huge part of me and my partner Mindy's love story. Friends in high school, we lost contact for many years. 4 years ago, her daughter Naomi, 8 years old at the time, was really big into Five Nights at Freddy's and found the Rock-afire on YouTube and fell in love. Her mother had some pictures and fond memories from her childhood visits, but Naomi was heartbroken to find out that she would likely never see them in real life. Well, Mindy remembered I had posted pictures of my Showbiz Pizza collection on Facebook and reached out to me to see if I still had Billy Bob, and of course I did. And I invited them over for a tour of the collection, and the rest is history. We now have a little baby girl together, Mazzy, and it's only fitting that one of her first words was Billy Bob. That's the main reason I wanted to do this correction, because I forgot to say that the other day. Mazzy's first words were Billy Bob. It's amazing the appeal of these characters and what they will have on people young and old. It's really magical. Thank you for everything, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Okay, for that email and allowing me to make that correction. And now I'm going to make an addition. There was also a young man who I did a little segment on named Kane, who has a miniature animatronic Billy Bob, and he's the guy I talked to on the phone on Christmas Day because his Billy Bob didn't get there in time for Christmas. So we talked a little bit, and just a couple of days later, his Billy Bob arrived. Well, I didn't get to show you a picture of Kane because I forgot. So here's a picture of Kane, everybody. Kane's over at Billy Bob's Wonderland. He brought his Billy Bob animatronic doll with him to show everybody. Thank you, Kane. Thanks for sending me that picture and giving me permission to show it. Now let's move on. The first shipment that we're going to have tomorrow is to Myles. And Myles is getting him a birthday bird with no filling on the inside. He wants it to be au naturel. And so he's getting that birthday bird. He's getting the standard card that I like to send everybody, and I wrote, "Hi Myles, thank you for giving Birthday Bird a nice home. He's the most understated character on our stage. Just minds his own business and keeps quiet." And besides that, he's going to get the Bubba in the Woods brochure. There you go, Myles. We're sending that out to you. Thank you very much for giving good old Birthday Bird a home. He needs one. But he's not the only birthday bird. You see, a lot of times there's many birds born in the same family. And this next one is foam filled, as you can see. So he stands a little different. And this one's going to Seth. And Seth has some hobbies, some interesting hobbies like making art, retromation programmer, you know. That's where they have the simulated animatronic characters like the Rock-afire explosion doing simulated shows. I can hardly tell him from the real thing. Anyway, he programs those. He collects vintage electronics, analog audio, and video. Man, he'd have a good time in my shop, huh? Electric fans, glass bottles, He'd love Geraldo Rivera. Y'all remember that? You know what I'm talking about? The glass bottles? And he's been fond of the Rock-afire explosion since 2018 when he started watching them on YouTube. So Seth, thank you so much for giving this birthday bird a home. And as extra stuff, you're getting the Looney Birds brochure. That's the brochure that goes to describe our Looney Birds restaurant that we started in 1997. And you're getting your very own picture signed by me of Athena and me on the stage. And I wrote, "Hi Seth, thanks for giving birthday bird a nice home. He'll be very comfy around all your vintage electronics and glass bottles since he recently became sober himself." It's nice still having you around since 2018. So let's hope that Seth stays a friend of ours and continues to be a fan for many more years into the future. That's what I want. I want you all to be fans as long as I live. Can you do that? How long is that going to be? We'll find out, right? So, wait. Next, this is going to JaByron is his name, JaByron. And he purchased, this is kind of interesting because y'all see all the same things every day. Well, this time you're going to see something different. He purchased a melted Billy Bob mask out of my vintage collection. That's right, these are things that in the old days we would have thrown away. But now that we know you guys like stuff like this, I hang on to it, and eventually I'll get around to putting all these up. I've got a whole bunch of this kind of stuff that I'm going to put up on eBay and let y'all buy it. And of course, kind of stinks. It's got my signature on the inside. See there? So that proves that it's the real McCoy. So, I don't know what you're going to do about the stink, but, you know, at least you're going to give it a nice home. And that's all I can ask. He says it's an early birthday present, early Christmas present to himself, and he's been a fan since he was 6. We have no idea how old he is now. Hope he's not as old as that mask. Wait. So thank you, JaByron. And finally, we have Blythe. Okay, Blythe, this is kind of interesting because Blythe, he is a Rock-afire fan, but he didn't buy a Rock-afire product exactly. He bought something else that I put up on eBay. This computer program called CrackShot. It was made for the Apple IIe back in 1982, and it was actually a hacking program that allowed you to hack in and copy games. Okay, so copying games in 1982 was a big thing. You know, the big copyright pirates did it. And I wanted to see how they worked. I wanted to see how they did it because I was creating software and I didn't want anybody to hack my software. So I thought I'd buy some software hacking tools to find out if I could stop anybody from hacking my own software. So the CrackShot is what it was called, and I kept it all these years in this little book and this little story, how it explains how it all works. And it even came with this real cool little plug-in card that you plug into the Apple, and that helps break into the code. So, and for their logo, they had a little, oh no, my dad. Where'd my dad go? Oh, he's back here. My dad and my mom. Okay, Dad, I will. I promise. Okay, no problem. My dad just wanted to remind me to wish everybody a Merry Christmas because sometimes I get going so fast, I forget to say these important things. So anyway, this is going, now it's not actually going to Blythe. Okay, Blythe said he's bought it for his little brother who has gotten very interested in old computer programs. So, boy, I'll tell you, you found a good one here, Blythe. And you know what, just because you are a Rock-afire fan, even though you didn't get a Rock-afire product, you're getting my Athena picture with a little note on the back that says, "Hi Blythe, thank you for rehoming my little ancient treasure from 1982. Ain't it funny how the night moves?" All right, so I don't know if Blythe will get that reference, but if he's into old stuff, maybe he will. All right, so there we go. So that's who we have today. That's my shout outs. Nice and quick today, not taking a lot of your time. Let's get back to business. I'm going to put tape on all these boxes, get them to the post office tomorrow, and that'll be it for tonight. We'll see you in the next unboxing. Karen, you're next.